Looks like they are going to stack up for heat number 1. CJ Allman and Edmund Jones will have the front row. Kyle McRecken Martin and Jonathan Emerson on the second row. Kenny Tripp, Josh Doobie on the third. Tyler Gilbert rounds out the field. Kokomo, Indiana. That's where this track is. Everybody rolling out on their pace laps now. You know, that's kind of not fair because I haven't got to go hunting yet to get me a deer. So, yeah, shut up, Chance. Don't annoy the broadcaster. He can talk crap about you during your races tonight. Pace truck is in as they come down the back straightaway, getting ready. This will be the only heat here tonight. Out of turn 4, CJ Allman fires, leads him down. Green is in the air. Off into turn 1, CJ Allman's got a bit of a lead. They're side by side throughout the pack. A few guys were trying to make it 3 wide as Allman drifts up the track. Edmund Jones and Kyle McRecken Martin 3 wide. They're 3 wide right behind him as well with Doobie, Kenny Tripp, and Allman. Emerson gets mixed. Oh, Emerson got the tire and drifts up the track. McRecken quickly goes to the lead. Jonathan Emerson trying to gather it up. CJ Allman has had a problem back behind as well. Edmund Jones now up into second place. Josh Doobie in third, Kenny Tripp in fourth. They're battling it out. Gilbert and Emerson both trying to recover in 5th and 6th place. Doobie just set the fastest lap of the race so far. Wow! Kenny Tripp is sending it around here. He makes that power move down around the bottom. McRecken out front with a fairly big lead, 1.8 seconds. Meanwhile, there is battling everywhere. Edmund Jones, Tyler Gilbert going at it. Kenny Tripp, Jonathan Emerson battling it out. Josh Doobie has lost some ground. White flag in the air for McRecken. Kyle McRecken Martin wins the heat tonight. Edmund Jones is going to come home in second. Tyler the Weapon Gilbert comes home third. Hey, good evening, Nicole. How are you tonight? Quick little warm-up, guys. Get one last shot at adjusting the car. Tyler Gilbert rolls off pit road. Looks like McRecken is coming out. CJ Allman coming out trying to get that car dialed in as well. Kenny Tripp on his way out for a quick warm-up, as is Jonathan Emerson. Saw some interesting moves out of the field during that heat. Guys right down by the tires, a few of them actually bumping the tire but managing to hold on to it. Warm-up comes to a close. It is time for the feature. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've been waiting for. The main event. CJ Allman and Josh Doobie will have the front row. Kenny Tripp, Jonathan Emerson have the second row. Tyler Gelbert, Edmund Jones have the third. Kyle McRecken Martin at the back of the field. All drivers get to their cars quickly. The pace truck starts rolling right away. McRecken made a big charge in the heat. Can he do it again to get a win here? Pace truck will drop off on the back straightaway. Hey, good evening, Mark. Yes, they are getting a bit dirty tonight. Out of turn 4, CJ in control. They follow. CJ gets loose on the start. Caution immediately out. He collects Kenny Tripp. Looked like CJ just may have just hopped on the gas. Oh, he got a little wheel hop there in one of the, looked like he might have caught a rut. Wheel hops it, sends it around on the start. Getting everybody stacked back up for a quickie caution here. Nobody needed to go to pit road. Lights go out on the pace truck. Pace truck drops onto pit road. Here they go, single file on the restart this time. Doobie is going to lead them down. They fire green back in the air. Single file off into turn 1, but now Edmund Jones looking to the bottom. Kyle McRecken Martin on the bottom. He's going to come by. Edmund slipping back a couple spots. Gelbert, Emerson, and Doobie all trying to pick up, get back up to the leader. Doobie out front. Emerson and Gelbert not far behind, and McRecken is on his way. Kenny Tripp now in 5th, Edmund Jones in 6th. CJ Allman seems to have got the handling better on that car right at the back bumper. Caution is out. Looks like Jonathan Emerson involved. Oh, Emerson just gets loose in 1 and 2, goes around, and then tries to come back on track, but has problems getting up. Almost gets up into traffic. So Josh Doobie has the lead, has led the most, actually has led every lap so far. Pace truck in, quickie caution, they stack back up. Doobie leads them down. Green back in the air. Doobie to the lead, Kenny Tripp, Tyler Gelbert battling for second. Tripp gets by. McRecken back and forth, jumps to the high side. Edmund Jones back in 5th, Emerson in 6th, CJ Allman 7th, Kenny Tripp now battling for the lead with Doobie. Doobie up top, and look at this. Jailbird's going to try and go up the middle. No room. And it is Kenny Tripp to the lead. Jailbird and Doobie now battle for second as Jonathan Emerson and Kyle McRecken Martin close in. Chance is feeding your right rear to people. Your strategy tonight. Doobie going for second on Jailbird. Almost drifts up into him. Jailbird sends it through 1 and 2. Tries to get to the outside on Tripp. Doobie sends it. They're going to try and get 3 wide off 4. Oh! Jailbird gets loose. Now Jailbird sends it to the bottom. Oh, Jailbird and Doobie go around. Caution. Oh, and the 23 gets into him. Jonathan Emerson catches a piece of it. Jailbird just goes up the track, tandem spinning, and then the Jonathan Emerson has nowhere to go. McRecken almost catches a piece of it as well. Well, I guess that is one way to do it, Chance. If you can't pass them, wreck them. Kenny Tripp has the lead now. Kyle Martin up to second. Edmund up to third. CJ Allman in fourth. Doobie, Jailbird, and Emerson rounding out the field. Pace truck already back in. Out of turn 4 they come, and they are rolling. Green flag back in the air. Tripp gets a good jump on the field as they try and get 4 wide back behind. Edmund Jones makes a move. He is trying to get, oh, he gets a little loose on 4. They're 3 wide right behind. McRecken losing a little ground up on the high side. Meanwhile, Edmund Jones tries to fight his wall. We've got some bumping behind, but everybody holds on. McRecken fell to the back of the pack, now tries to fight his way forward. Doobie gets loose but manages to save it. Oh, CJ Allman has an incident right behind. No caution. McRecken down on the bottom. CJ sends it. Oh, as the 04 tries to come down, CJ has nowhere to go. Meanwhile, while everybody's battling, Kenny Tripp pulls away to a 2-second lead now over Jonathan Emerson. Edmund in third. Here comes McRecken in fourth. Jailbird in fifth. Doobie in sixth. Allman back in seventh. McRecken closing in on Edmund Jones and Jonathan Emerson. Meanwhile, while they battle, Kenny Tripp pulls away. Almost 3 seconds is the lead. Edmund gets the better run in, but Emerson gets a much better run off the turn. 10 to go. McRecken hops up all the way out by the wall trying to gain some ground. Jailbird back in fifth as Doobie closing in. CJ Allman rides around at the back. And Kenny Tripp just taking a Sunday stroll. McRacken has gotten by Edmund Jones. He's now to third and sets his sights on Emerson. 8 laps to go. Now Edmund Jones tries to fight back. He's got Jailbert right behind him and Doobie closing in. Kenny Tripp's lead has gone from 3 seconds to 2 seconds as Jonathan Emerson closes in. Kyle McRacken Martin back in third. Edmund Jones in fourth. Now Edmund under attack by Tyler Jailbert. Jailbert comes by on the bottom and claims fourth. CJ Allman has crashed and gone to pit road. Emerson still working on closing that gap, but 4 laps to go. He's got over 1.5 seconds to pick up here. Kenny Tripp still out front. McRacken back in third, trying to close the gap. Jailbert now in fourth, Edmund in fifth. Meanwhile, Kenny Tripp's going to come around. He's going to get 2 to go. Tripp coming around. He is going to get the white flag one more time around for Kenny Tripp. McRacken has crashed. Tripp's lead 2 seconds is over Jonathan Emerson. Now Jailbert into third, and Kenny Tripp is going to win and do a spin at the line. Emerson comes home second. Tyler Jailbert finishes third. Before we interview, let's see what happened to McRacken on the second to last lap. Just sends it too deep into 1 and 2. Gets loose, clips a tire. Kenny Tripp assumes his spot, and let's see if we can talk to Tyler Jailbert. Hey, Tyler, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, how's it going, Doug?
Hey, good, man. You guys were doing a bit of sliding around there, but you managed to pull away from the field that second half of that one.
Yeah, the setup we built in practice was a really gung-ho to be fast sort of set, so you really had to drive it on the edge.
It definitely looked like the cars were, especially off turn 4, were bouncing around a lot. It looked difficult to hold on to them.
Yeah, it was definitely grip the wheel and hold on sort of race.
Well, you got it done. Came home in third place, man. Congratulations. That was a great race.
Thank you very much.
Jonathan Emerson comes home in second. And Jonathan, that was quite a battle you guys had. And it looked like it got a little dicey a few times for you.
Yeah, there was a lot of driver error there. I really wish there was more cars, but it was definitely fun.
You come home with a second place run, and given the type of battles you guys had here tonight, that's nothing to sneeze at.
No, we were all pretty competitive, even just for whatever there was, the 7 or 8 of us, but super fun.
On that last restart, you guys were briefly 4 wide. How was that out there? Obviously, the track is wide enough, but it obviously got a little sketchy out there.
Yes, these cars are more than a handful, so I'm glad we all made it out of the corner for the most part.
Well, a great job tonight, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And our winner, Kenny Tripp. And Kenny, it almost looked like you were untouchable that second half after that final restart.
Yeah, as long as no one's around me, it's hard to do this with a single monitor. It is like Josh does VR, which is great. Tyler does VR, but in a single monitor, you just don't know what's left, what's right. It is hard as hell. But I was able to get away and just be smooth and got the job done.
Man, you definitely did get the job done at one point, a 3-second lead when Jonathan Emerson closed a full second in 2 laps. So did you start to get worried that last 5 laps?
I didn't even look. I didn't realize I was that far ahead. I could just look in the review. Once I start really keeping track of the time, when I really lose. So I just kept this distance in the review. I didn't have a clue how far I was away. I was guessing a second, but maybe it was obviously more than that. But it had a lot of fun. It was, unfortunately, only 7 guys showed up. 10, 12 cars here would have been an absolute blast.
Well, man, congratulations. That was a great win, buddy.
Thank you very much. I'll see you in the mods.
Yes, sir. Kenny Tripp gets the win, and now it's time to go mod racing at 5 Flags. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a few moments from 5 Flags.